shouldn't change its status and to take an action to cut these weapons from Israel. So I don't know what is this new thing that can be if it's. I don't know. I don't want to say this scenario. It's like if we have like a third world war, maybe, or a threat for having third world war, or maybe a great country such like Russia enter this war. Maybe the United States will feel that she must recalculate its decisions and to take a decision to cut these weapons from Israel. But till that moment, I think that there is nothing can stop Israel from making what she is planning to do or what it's planning to do since years. It's more than, I'm talking about more than 35 years of planning for this moment that is Netanyahu waiting for it to make his new Middle East that Israel lives in it in peace and no exist for the Palestinian state in this Middle East.
Well, thank you very much. That was Ratiba Al-Nacha. And we are joined now by Mr. Bassam Yassin, the military affairs expert from Beirut. Welcome, Mr. Yassin. Now, what is your first reaction when hearing about the potential elimination of Yahya al-Sinwar, the leader of Hamas right now?
Yeah, I wasn't shocked. I know that one time or another we'll hear news like this. Really, because he's not the first Hamas leader who was assassinated, and he won't be the last. There's a 3 before him, and now he's the number 4. The problem is what's gonna be happening in Gaza after the assassination of Yahya Sinwar. What will be the problems with the POWs that Hamas has them? Could be a path to negotiation in resolving the situation in Gaza or not? It's still too early to think about that and to figure out if the assassination of Yahya Sinwar is a good thing for the Palestinian people or a bad thing. What we know that he chose the way he wants to be dead. He wasn't hiding in a tunnel. He wasn't holding some prisoners like a shield for him. He chose the way he wants to be killed, and really, I wasn't shocked at all. After
Mr. Yassin, the reports that we're getting from the Israeli media has been stating that this operation was targeting 3 militants, and Yahya al-Sinwar just happened to be one of them. Do you believe that it was not really targeting Yahya al-Sinwar, and do you believe the reports coming from the Israeli media?
Yeah, I've read all the media related to Yahya Sinwar assassination. I think so. Okay, they met the 3 military personnel. They dealt with them, and by coincidence, it found out that one of them is Yahya Sinwar. I do believe that because. Yeah, now I read from the Channel 12, the Israeli Channel 12, that the killing of Yahya Sinwar happened yesterday, not today. And
no, the reports are saying that the operation was actually conducted at dawn. So perhaps it started yesterday and just continued into the following day.
Yeah, right. So they took all the time in order to examine all the evidence that could lead to confirm that Yahya Sinwar is dead, and they want to take the time in order to figure out what will be the consequences of such notice to the public and to the Hamas people as well. You know, Yeah, it's so sad to hear about that, but that's their faith. It's it's really it's not shocking. No, it's
Okay,
normal.
if the reports are true, Mr. Yassin, what kind of impact could it have on Hamas?
I don't think it will be some tragic impacts. Hassan Nasrallah was assassinated 2 weeks ago, and you see after the assassination, Hezbollah is recovering from that, and I guess in Hamas it will be the same. There will be someone who will take the lead, and we hope that he will be wise enough in order to deal with all the issues that Hamas faces now and all the Palestinian people facing out now.
But the Israeli aggression towards Hamas in the last year was much severe than its aggression towards Hezbollah, and the escalation in southern Lebanon is just was perhaps in the last few weeks. However, the Israeli war on Gaza and against Hamas was in the past year.
Yeah, right.
So there's a difference here. Do you think that Hamas could actually be crippled by the assassination of its leader when Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated last July?
Yeah, it was there were an easy transition from Ismail Haniyeh to Yahya Sinwar, and now we really don't know who will be replacing Yahya Sinwar. But if somebody was ready to take the lead, it will be an easy way. But Yahya Sinwar, he has his name and his reputation, and he was really holding up all the cards regarding to Hamas and the war with the Israelis. Now, the replacement could take that responsibility. Is he ready enough in order to manage all what's happening now in Gaza? Really, let's wait and see. We have to wait 2 or 3 days in order to judge if the death of Yahya Sinwar will be a tragedy for Hamas or it's normal and the track kept going.
Okay, now what are the military strategies now on the table in front of the Israeli occupation army, and how do you think they're going to respond to the changing in leadership dynamics within Hamas and obviously within Hezbollah on the other side, if actually Sinwar was confirmed dead in the coming hours? What do you think the strategies they're going to adopt on both sides, in Gaza and in Lebanon?
No, I don't think that will be a change in that in the way that the Israeli army will deal. I guess it will be more pressure on Gaza in order to make the transition so tough and so difficult. But in Lebanon, they will keep the way that they are dealing with Hezbollah in the south. It will be no invasion, no large-scale invasion, because still the resistance in Lebanon is very tough, and they are holding their position up to now in a very good manner. I guess it will be more pressure on Gaza direction, but in Lebanon it will be the same.
Do you think there's going to be a response from Hamas or from Hezbollah if Yahya Sinwar was actually confirmed dead?
In Hezbollah, I don't think that will be any change or something will happen in Lebanese front. The death of Hassan Nasrallah hasn't changed a lot. it's only, give the personnel on the south the will to fight, okay? But it will have no effect on the front. But maybe in the Lebanese camps or Palestinian camps in Lebanon, it will be some problems. Maybe they will see some demonstration, some anger, but no more than that. But in Gaza, we have to wait until knowing who will be replacing Yahya Sinwar. Okay, does he have the reputation? Does he have the knowledge in order to deal with all these problems? What he's gonna do with the prisoners of war, and how to deal with the pressure from Qatar, from Egypt, from United States in order to solve the POWs problems. It's still too early to really know what will be happening in Gaza.
How can this actually impact the conflict as a whole? Do you think there are potential implications of Sinwar's death? If we're talking about tactics from Israel, if we're talking about tactics from other players, if we're talking about tactics from Iran, and what do you think the international community is actually going to react with through perhaps statements or possible actions during this conflict?
Maybe some players in the world will see the death of Yahya Sinwar is a positive thing in order to resolve what is happening in Gaza since 1 year, because they think that he's a very tough man. He's really dedicated to Hamas view in liberating Palestine and how to look at Israel. Maybe he was like a rock on the path, but anyway, the other that they were supporting Hamas will see that the death of Sinwar is like the death of Hassan Nasrallah. It's a big hit or something tragic. But really, we have to wait 2 or 3 days in order to see what will be the consequences of that death, since it wasn't expected like this. What happened to Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah was expected since they made a series of killing, starting from the pager, from the icon, from the Rodwan. Then you will see that there was like a sequence of killing. It will reach Hassan Nasrallah, but in Sinwar, we were not expecting that, since we know that he might be in a very safe place. Since 1 year, they couldn't reach him. Maybe they won't. And what happened, it's by coincidence. Really, they are really, now the Israelis are not believing what is happening, and they couldn't realize that it was so easy to confront Yahya Sinwar and to kill him in that way.
We've seen Israeli representatives in the United Nations and the UN Security Council when they've been asked about the responsibility of innocent civilians being killed, they're always pointing towards Hamas, and they're always pointing towards Yahya Sinwar. Now, if Yahya Sinwar was confirmed dead, what do you think they're going to be pointing at right now, and how are they going to be reasoning with the questions of or the accusations of killing innocent people?
The first person we have to put our fingers on is Netanyahu and his government, because what Yahya Sinwar did was